Hey everybody, it's Lynn here from A Bit of Birdsong, and I wanted to show you the final flip through on this big layered junky junk journal. I love it so much. It's what I call an everything journal because I just put everything in it. Now, I'm absolutely in love with all these little charms. Jennifer, a lot of these little charms came from the bag of things you gave me. I figured out I could use my hole punch to punch a hole in this card. I've drilled some holes into some charms lately, which I'm so excited about. I want to start selling those in my shop. There's some rusty bottle caps. Look at the seahorse. This is one I drilled a hole in. So, and the domino, the little clamshell with the pearl, and even this tiny little party favor. Oops, I've got a couple of things wrapped up together here. Well, there's the ice cream cone, and then there's the party favor, this little frog. I tied this piece of fabric around it because it doesn't match, and I felt like it just totally added to the chaos of an everything journal. Remember, we put the two brads in the front and in the back. And by the way, this desk is still a tremendous mess. There's stuff everywhere. And I just put this paper down so that hopefully you can see the journal without everything else getting in the way. There's a fun playing card in the front with just a little piece of fabric at the top. Of course, table of contents. I just wrote the word everything because it's an everything journal. I went back through for the last time. I didn't record it because time is getting away from me. I had some appointments. I've mentioned that recently. It seems like everything's going on right now. I had my element worked on, which is my vehicle. I had my annual physical today. We celebrated a birthday, just a lot. So I didn't really record any more process with this one, but I did go back, as I like to do. I start from the beginning and just go page by page and ask myself, what does this need? So there's still, I think, some room to be able to add to this. You can see the little playing card here with the trim at the top. And when I say add to this, you could write quotes in this. You might want to add a few more things, although it is pretty full right now. And adding too much more would give it a true gator mouth, and I really didn't want that. I mean, it's fine if that happens, but I kind of wanted to keep this one flat and even. So I found out thrifting the other day this set of cards, Great Shakespearean Deaths. So I had to put a couple of those in here, and this one I think is so funny. This is the Jokers. It's a bunch of men in their underwear, and I thought that was a funny juxtaposition to way over here, if I can find it. And I know it's over here. I think it's this page. All these probably stuffy, I don't even know if we were to the Victorian era yet. Maybe so. This was probably the late 1800s. Anyway, I just thought that was fun. And just moving on through, we've got the layers. I went back page by page and tried to add color. I added this paper. We have this sort of anime style play money. I don't know what that was for, if it was a coupon or what. I painted this page with some paint with some metallic flakes in it and put a quote here, make room for what matters. I put this painting in here, which is so garish, and it says, kiss me quick up here. She's got such big lips. I feel like she could kiss somebody pretty quick. Love her. She's got a big personality. And then, so Carolyn, this is one of the little flowers that you did and sent to me. I love these, and I love it on this bright page with the bright colors. Here is another little piece of the anime coupon or money, whatever this is. And I just go back through, like, instead of letting this be just a white business envelope, I just painted some bright pink. We've got some postage stamps. I stamped some polka dots with an ink stamp. There's a quote, keep growing. And then here is another one of the Shakespearean cards. This is Julius Caesar, Et tu, Brute. So A2 Brutus, I think is what we say these days. He was assassinated. So it tells the deaths of these different people in the Shakespearean plays. I had to put this card in. Somebody made it. It was a greeting card and it was a New Year's thing, but I just love it. We've added the unicorn fabric here for a trim. And I put something in that envelope, gave it some bright color. Here we have a tag and I wrote on there, the best way to predict the future is to create it. I love that. Not too much to say. I just wanted you to see, oh, and I love using the stencils to add these distress mica stains. Look at that. So these two colors ended up blending together from the stencil. It was a purple and a green, and look how they mixed to make this really old looking brown on the pink paper. I love the way that turned out. And I glued these two pages together, the orange and the pink, to take the bulk down a little bit. I added a fabric tab so that you don't sit here asking, you know, is that 2 pages? I did the same thing with this, with these two. And of course, we're at the center here of this signature. Just more bright fabric. And there's a pocket you could put something in. Ooh, I know. We could put this card that I printed out. That's one of my little thank you cards that I like to send out. And then I love the way this turned out. It's using a stencil again. And there's an old image from a book of digitals. I put the heart here. This was a sticker, a sample of wallpaper, I think. So I cut it into a heart shape and then just used a Posca paint pen to kind of highlight around it. And there is a little playing card with some trim sewn to the top. And again, this is a center area. I didn't really want the pockets in there, so I just layered a lot of different papers that I liked. And I put this writing paper here and stamped a flower on it. Do not be lazy in comforting those who are frightened. Take tender care of the weak. Be patient with everyone. I love that. And then I love this with the fabric on it. We've got this pocket that I painted on each side, put some little images on there. I put some paper on the inside and glued it shut because that's not a paper that needs to come in and out, and put the butterfly die cut there. And I did go ahead and put a different speech bubble here and used this stamp that says this is an individually crafted work of art. Any smudges, splotches, or other irregularities are intentional and do not diminish the quality of this piece in any way. And then here is a little pocket here that something could go in. And I've got to have something. Hang on. Here's a fun one. This is Tire Guy. And these cards are collectible. It's like the North Carolina, I guess it's environmental recycling, all that stuff. But there was a whole collection of, it tells about like tires. Did you know keeping tires properly inflated makes them last longer and can increase gas mileage by up to 5%. Recycling tips, tires can be recycled into rubber to make roads, mats, walkways, and even pens. It's also fun to use them like to plant things in. I've seen people stack them and plant potatoes in them. I've never done that. So that is the end of that. And you can see how that one was getting really full. But I do think this type of cover allows us to get away with that, this fabric here. So I just wanted to share that. This has been a fun series to do. It's been very relaxing for me. I'm sorry it took me a couple of days or a few days to get back to this. I'm still busy packaging orders. I want everybody to know things are going out. There's just been so much going on lately. And I feel like I'm going to get packaging supplies every day. It's not really, but I sure use a lot of them, which is nice. I appreciate the support so much. So I will close for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this series with a friend. I'll be back really soon. Bye for now.